What's your best memory of playing for Accrington, Stanley? Sean, you kick it off.
Best memory would be winning the league. I think hands down. There's been a lot of goals in there, a lot of unbelievable moments. But over the course of the season, to be the best team in League Two at the time, when we were wrote off by many, was the best feeling I've had at the club by far.
I take it you're going to say the same.
No, well, yeah, I mean it's that season, but Billy's goal at Luton, I think, was my best.
Yeah.
I remember you saying on the bus when we got back after the game that it's got to be the best moment in football up till then, because we put us top, didn't it?
Yeah.
Billy's goal. We'd have taken a point, I think, on the way down, because we had that. We were a couple of games behind them, and maybe a point or two behind them. So we had the games in hand, and we felt like if we got a point away to Luton, that would really put us in great position. But then for Billy to do what he did in the 92nd, 93rd minute, whatever it was, I think we really felt after that game that it was going to be our year.
Yeah, John Doolan was definitely taking the point, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was shouting for Scotty Brown to go into the corner, I think, and Scotty decided to pass it to Billy.
Yeah,
and
just shouting, corner, you can hear him on the video, corner. And then Scotty's reverse one. I think it was Scotty or Clicker. One of the two reversed it into Billy, and then Billy's unbelievable goal. And as I say, the scenes after that, I think after that game we really started to believe, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because to be fair to Luton, we were camped in first half, right? Yeah. We took a bit of a battle.
Someone put us ahead in stoppage time for, I don't know who it was, the first half. We had a 1-0 lead at half time.
Yeah. Nice goal.
Next question.
Whoever it was.
Best player you've played with? You can say each other.
We're going to say the same, I think. I know who you're going to say. Yeah. Billy.
Billy, yeah. I think, for what he done, to what he brought to the dressing room, to, I don't think he got the recognition for his game, because he's a striker and you judged off goals. But Billy's hold-up play in general play, like on the halfway line round the box, I still haven't played with anyone as good as him. It was unbelievable. And then to add the goals to that, what he did, he was unbelievable. Yeah.
He made my job easier when I first came here, because I'm not the type of player that's going to pick out passes and diags and play strikers in over the top. I could just get the ball and pass it to Billy, and it made my life so much easier. And I settled in well because of playing with Billy for those 3 or 4 years when I first arrived. And just a great character. Scored loads of goals. He's my best player.
It's a high accolade, because I mean, you in 2011, Sean, obviously played with some good players then who have gone on to have good careers as well.
Yeah, but obviously played with better players that have played lots of games in the Premier League and Championship, but like for longevity and for what he brought to the club, and you've only got to look at the infrastructure like around the club, and he's been a big part of that. On the pitch, what I'd like to think me and Seamus are the same, but consistently performing well and winning games generates more income to do some of the stuff that the club have been able to do around the place. And as I said first, he said off the pitch, he's been a big help for the club, and certainly on it. He was, like Seamus said, you forge relationships, and playing on the left, I always knew whenever I was cutting in, I knew Billy would go, and he'd go the back post. He just had that telegraphic thing where he'd see me check in on me right, and he'd run to the back post. He scored numerous goals off that thing, off that run. And as I said, relationships you build on the pitch and off the pitch. And off the pitch, he's a great lad as well. Loves a beer like myself, and like a lot of the lads do. And he, as I say, he'll go down in there as a legend, and rightly so at the club.
On to that, best player you've played against in your Accrington Stanley career?
I'll ever think.
Oh, I might have to think about that. Who's gone really far? We put up Barry Bannon last year, Sheffield Wednesday. He was right up there. I think he was a level above League One. I think that's a given. Sam Morsey at Ipswich was very good as well.
I'd say Ivan Toney.
Yeah, Ivan Toney. He seemed to always score against us as well.
Ivan Toney was a thorn on our side down the years. Used to always score against us, and I don't think a lot of players who score at this level generally get the chance to go and prove themselves at Premier League level, and he has, and he's kicked on again. He's done unbelievably well. But when you look back at our careers, you look back at like players that not like one-offs. You look at over the seasons. So like Accrington used to be a thorn on our side. Used to always score, always score. Ivan Toney used to always score against us. You look at players like that, really.
Next question. Your favourite John Coleman moment?
I like his meme that it goes around every now and again after Derby when he said he was falling out of love with the game. He'll hate me for bringing that up again.
Yeah.
I think we played Derby in the FA Cup, didn't we? And did Dan Barlaser get sent off? Is that what he was up complaining against or about? Or we should have had a pen or something like that? Just said he's rapidly falling out of love with the game. It goes around every weekend, I think now.
Yeah. There's been that many to even try and single out some of the half time.
When the year we won the league, we were speaking about this the other day. The year we won the league, we played Swindon on the last day, didn't we?
Oh yeah, this is a cracker, this one. Honestly, this is unbelievable.
And we'd won the league, 5 or 6 points from Luton Town, who I don't know, they double, triple the budget of us. We'd won the league, and we played Swindon, and he'd given us the week off, so we hadn't trained all week.
He said, "See you on the bus to Swindon."
So
we won the league against Lincoln. He said, "See you on the bus Friday to Lincoln."
So we played against Swindon anyway, and they beat us fair and square. We weren't really in the best frame of mind.
No, we won.
And we
the
got
league.
into the dressing room after the game, and he started giving out to everyone, and he ended it by saying, "It's only an okay season for me now. This is just ruined it for me.
This has ruined it for me. This has turned out to be an average season." And I remember Mark Hughes standing up going, "Hang on, what? We've just won the league, and you're saying it's an average season? We've just won the league." And he's just got up, stormed off, got on the coach, and then I think once it settled down and the coach...
He got a few drinks on the coach and he settled down.
It dawned at the fact, it probably is a little bit harsh there. We haven't trained all week and we just won the league the week before. And I'm telling him it's been an average season. I think to be fair, some of the lads started giving a little bit of stick, didn't they, on the bus, and he cheered up and
How has John Coleman changed as a manager? Obviously, you've been here since 2011, Sean. You've been here since 2015. How has he changed in that time?
I think he's changed as a person. To be honest, I think he was he used to take everything home with him. You'd see yourself, Danny. He'd be ultra aggressive in interviews after the game, ultra aggressive at half time, ultra aggressive generally around the place, and he was pretty full on. And I think certainly since he come back in 2014, his persona and his outlook on not only football and life has probably changed a hell of a lot to the better. Definitely he's more calmer, consuming, he takes things in. I think he's a lot more approachable for the lads, which is good. There's a lot of young lads in the team, and he can still, don't get me wrong, he can still lose the plot when you aren't performing, but it's more measured now. Even going in at half time, he'll let John Doolan or Jimmy out there say first, and then he'll come in and chip in with what he needs to. Whereas in the past it'd be he'd be wanting to take people's heads off. And I remember at Macclesfield we played my first spell. We'd had an unbelievable run from Christmas, and everyone thought we were going to go up automatic. And I think if we beat Macclesfield, we would have. It was a Friday night game, and it took me off actually for Kevin Long in the 91st minute, and Macclesfield equalised 94th minute, and he's come in after the game, and Andy Proctor's sitting there, and Procky looked a bit of a chair, and Procky said something. The gaffer's gone, "If you say one more word, I will put your head through that wall." And Procky's just gone and just looked. You didn't know what to say, and all the lads are like, "Oh my god!" But that's the way he was. He could take things to heart. You know what I mean? And but now he's, as I say, he can still do that now and then. But he's a lot more measured with his thing going. He doesn't take defeats home. I'm sure Lorraine, his wife, would have been tough for her down the years. But as I say, since 2014, I think he likes to squash a defeat by 7, 8 o'clock, parker, and then you've got to come in. You've got to come in as a new man, upbeat, because as I say, if you sense a manager that's a bit flat on a Monday morning after a defeat and you've got a game on a Tuesday, it can seep into the squad. And as I say, that them days are longer. So in John and Jimmy, they're always positive now after defeats.
Yeah, I think he's done quite a bit of study, away from the WAM Stadium when he got on management and leadership. A lot of thinking of the theory of it behind it, and he's definitely brought that in from. I've been working with him now at Aki and obviously at Sligo Rovers, so for over 10 years now. and you can see how he's mellowed, and he tries to park things, and I've learned from that as well, because I found it very difficult. I still do, you know, I think we all do, because we care to leave, you know, negative things, defeats, poor performances behind you and try and move on. And I think he's a good example for that, how he has, I don't know if it's the word matured, or just got, you know, better at handling it over the years. So that's the difference I've noticed in him, for sure.
Next one, your favourite Accrington goal, Seamus.
Not too many to pick from. The one at Mansfield, the year we won, it was away. They had a man sent off in the first half.
Thunderbolt, was it?
Yeah, it was your assist, wasn't it? No, you crossed it in, didn't you, from the corner?
Yeah.
It was because they were down to 10 men. They brought everyone back, and they left me free on the box, on the edge of the box, and I just managed to make eye contact with him. I kind of, you know, put my money on it that he'd get it in the right area if I could get there, so he did, yeah, just outside the 6-yard box, header, and our fans were right behind the goal, and that was another big step for us too. I think it was Good Friday, always an important part of the season, Easter weekend, so to win that game was another massive step for us to win the game.
Yeah, I think mine would be the Luton game, just for the iconic moment of that game in itself. You know, you've only got to look at where they are now in Premier League club. You know, for us to go there and beat them to go top. I think, you know, the people speak about the celebration. I think it was built up through the week. I think Nathan Jones might have come out in the press and said something like they were the best team, or he said something. I think the manager or Jimmy mentioned it, and it stuck with me a little bit, and I thought it was disrespectful. So obviously after the scores, I thought, you know, you're getting it. I thought you're going to have a little bit of me, and I did what I did. But that'll be up there. Scoring against Blackpool away on New Year's Day was unbelievable. You know, as I say, it was a game where I think we were under the cosh a little bit. I think there was a lot of travelling Aki fans that day. The away end was full, and then scored another header in the 94th minute to send them into to give them, you know, an unbelievable night with it. That was up there as well.
Seamus, what does Accrington Stanley mean to you?
I know I've said it in the past, but it'll be the club that defines my career when I look back on it when I'm finished. The Accrington Stanley will be the first club that I think about. It's the club where I've been the happiest, the most successful. It's the club I've been at when I've had my children, got married, bought a house in the area. You know, my family is so happy in the area now. It's given me an awful lot. Yeah, and I'm just very thankful for John Coleman bringing me here, you know, 10 seasons ago now, and had some great times, but hopefully it's not finished yet. Hopefully we'll have some more good times still to come.
Yeah, it means everything to me. Like you just said, it's been probably half my life maybe, but definitely over the quarter of my life is third maybe has been spent coming into here every single day. The people, the fans, everyone that you build a relationship with, after a certain amount of time you become a fan yourself, and you take, as I say, you take it on, you take the club to heart, and you know, as I say, it becomes your everything. And I don't think if it didn't become me everything, I still wouldn't be here, because if I didn't love it that much, I could have left numerous times down the years, and certainly over the last, since 2014 when I did come back, there's been stages when I could have left and earned more money elsewhere, but you know, I feel at home here. You know, I know the manager and his staff probably feel the same, but I think once you wake up in the morning and you're satisfied with going into work, who you're going to work with, what your day is going to entail, I just think upsetting any of that is pointless for a little bit extra. You know, I found that to my detriment when I left after my first spell. For a little bit more, well, it was at the time it was for a lot more money, but it didn't make me happier. It still made me, as I say, it made me not enjoy football as much as what I did do here. So, as I say, the clubs gave me everything. You know, I'm thankful, like he said, to the manager and Jimmy for bringing me in 2000, all the way back in 2008, or 2009, it was that season anyway. And so many people along the way that have made my journey unreal. You know, from bad times of my first spell when we we'd struggle getting paid, we'd struggle making ends meet. You know, chasing Rob Hayes all those years back for me, for me money, for our money. Not that it was Rob's fault, because he was just he was the chief exec, but you know, his hands were tied behind his back. Although we did have a lot of dinner breaks. We had more dinner breaks than anyone. You know, you come in at 9:30 and Rob would be on his dinner somehow, and then you go and see him at 2:30, he'd still be on his dinner. But the club, as I say, the club will do, does and will do after I stop playing, mean everything, and I'm a fan for life.
And finally, what does it mean to both of you to have a testimonial year, where you can celebrate your achievements and the club's achievements with the fans? Seamus?
I think it's a time for me to reflect on the 10 seasons that I've had here. You know, just probably take it for granted when you come in, but the difference, the ground looks, the training facilities, the dressing rooms, the pitch. I mean, my first year, we had 5 games called off on the bounce at home. Remember that? I think 4 were waterlogged and 1 was frozen over. You know, that pitch could take them on 2 now, and it won't get a game called off. So the new offices, just everything about the club, it's changed so much. But at the same time, while trying to reflect, I'm still conscious that I've got a job to do. You know, and we're trying to have a successful season this year, because last season is still hurting. I don't think that pain will ever go away. But what will help it is if we start winning matches again. But we're off to a good start now, and hopefully that will continue for the rest of the season.
I'm just grateful for the opportunity, grateful for the chairman to grant me and Seamus one. Grateful for yourselves to help us along the way, and help us do what you need to do to promote it. Grateful for the manager as well, and all the staff, because as I said earlier, we wouldn't be sitting here having a testimonial year if it wasn't for them. You know, bringing them over for Ireland, signing me from non-league. And lastly, grateful for the fans who've supported me and him and a lot of teams along our journey. Another factor is we wouldn't be sitting here if it weren't for them as well. So there's a lot of people that have all culminated in to create me and Seamus being here for such a long time, and hopefully we get a chance to have a good couple of nights, and you know, a game or two, and enjoy it.